We live.
Good evening. Once again, Sunday night in the man cave. Week 1 of the basketball season is in the books for the boys. Week 2 for the girls. So we here to talk hoops. Got a lot to talk about. So we want to go ahead and get started. I want to say first of all, what's up to co-host PG Tuma back in the cave and
Back.
We missed you last week, boy. We missed you last week.
Hey, I'm back, man.
Last week, man, I had a couple people reach out. Hey, man, what's going on with Tua, man? We ain't see him. I said, yeah, you know. Every now and then, you know, it'd be that way. So we fought through it. We got through it and made it work. So we got my man back now. So we full speed again. You know, we bite three-headed monster going in. So we got a lot to talk about today. So we'll go ahead and kind of get to it. And Coach, we're gonna kind of switch up stuff a little bit. And I don't know if you got anything in the coach's corner to speak on. I know you done seen a lot of basketballs where you done coached a lot and you done ref a lot. So anything on your mind you wanna jump in on?
Man, I'm still on this culture thing, Coach. And I got a question, with Toomer. And because I'm sure he can relate. Just coaching and trying to create a positive culture. Coach, I want to know from you and Toomer, why does it seem you have the most problems from parents in the community when you actually are winning than more so when you're losing? Like sometimes it becomes an issue where it almost like divides your locker room. You know what I'm saying? I've had more trouble with winning teams than I have with mediocre, and losing teams. And why is that so?
To me, I think it's because the parents that complain always try to make it a negative issue, not saying that it's not a fair situation because maybe the kids aren't getting the same. So you may have kids that they think their child should be playing in front of because they not there at practice every day. Why the kids not getting as much playing time? So they make the energy be bad throughout. Whether you win or losing, they're gonna always try to find some way to critique you as a coach or the program on what you're doing wrong. I know with us with stepping, I deal with that. I've dealt with that a lot of times. That a kid's parents like, why the child not in the show? They don't come to practice to see how their child doesn't even work hard, doesn't understand the steps that we're teaching. And I can see in basketball, they might not know the plays. They might be the greatest street ball girl or boy ever. But when it comes to running the offense and understanding how to play organized basketball, they're clueless on. So now they're not playing, they're not in the system to play, and now we got to find somebody to blame.
And the thing is, people want to be associated with a winner. So if you're winning, we want to get credit or we want to be included on the winning. But if you're losing, we don't want to have nothing to do with no loser. So a lot of times you have people that be more out to talk when you got a successful program because everybody wants to be, everybody want to say they had a piece or a part to do with the winning. But when you're losing, don't nobody want to have the blame. Don't nobody want to be in the rotation when we losing. But when we winning, everybody want some credit. Everybody want to be in line to get credit for what I did to help us win. But nobody don't want to be in line to say what I did to help us lose. So, I mean, it's kind of sad, but that's just kind of the society we live in. So nobody wants to be a part of, you can look at nowadays with things like in some other organization of sports, nobody wants to necessarily be a part of the process. They want to be there when it's already done, if that makes sense. So I just think that when you winning, everybody wants that be included. When you losing, nobody wants to be, nobody want that thing swinging when it ain't going the way it's supposed to go.
Even when you winning though, it's sad that it boils down to a parent who thinks they know more than the coaches and won't let the coaches be coaches. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, it don't matter what sport it is. It's just a given fact that someone's going to complain about the situation. Half the time they complain, they're not even going full out as a parent, and those be more the ones that complain more, the ones who don't even come be the 100% the parent that they should be towards the kids. So it's tough. It's a no-win situation, man.
It always make you be like, what's the point? Because you know what you're doing, you busting your butt, you're doing right by the kids, and then you got some. I mean, and the thing is, in the case where some parents, some guys not doing it, the coach not doing it, that's one thing. But for the most part, like Billy D, you do it the right way too. You do it the right way, and you still got to deal with stuff. That stuff kind of drains you, it kind of frustrates you, like, and especially like when they ain't coming and showing up, and they just have caught. They're going off of half information or he say, she say, third party stuff. That stuff can weigh on you. But I mean, that for me, that's my thing, Coach. That the short answer is everybody want credit when you're winning. Nobody want it when you're losing. So a winning program, you get it more. And you've had experience with that on both the boys and the girls side. You don't want on both sides. So you probably can't relate because you ain't lost a lot. So you ain't been a part of a lot of bad teams, but everybody happy on bad teams.
Man, you'd be surprised, boy. Especially when them first couple of years I was coaching, we was like 500. Man, my own people was ready to crucify me. They talked about me so bad, bro. Well, I just had to just turn it off completely. You know what I'm saying? Even within my kids in my locker room, they used to like, man, coach, man, they talking about you. We had to defend you this, defend you that. Man, y'all don't have to defend me on nothing. Only thing that matters is the people in this locker room. Y'all know I'll go to bat for you. We're going to keep working, and eventually we're going to get there. It's a process. You know what I'm saying? But especially late Wells, when you come through good programs, you be spoiled about the success that you had. And when I replaced Jimmy, you know what I'm saying, I had one kid that played varsity basketball. You know what I'm saying? So it was a rebuilding process. But since we coming off Dominique them, you know what I'm saying? It was like the bar was so high, and we just had to like put blinders on and just stay the course because we knew we was gonna get there, but it was just gonna take a minute or two.
Have you guys ever wanted to just give up because of that? It just stresses you out so much that you just you feel defeated.
Yeah. Plenty of times.
I did.
I just knew I couldn't let my kids down.
Man, I remember one year, I think it was 2018. I almost gave up on my whole organization because of that, dog.
You know what? I can relate to 2018. 2018, we have the best team in the state. We go to the Geico National Championship, but that was the most stressful year, from parents that creep into our locker room between our kids.
Yeah.
It was the most talented girls team that I had with Johnny. But I told Johnny, I was like, man, I cannot wait to see them go because of all the drama that we had to deal with off the court. It was like, it's the best team, but I mean, it wasn't fun. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't fun dealing with all that stuff, off the court. And like, why you have to deal with that and you winning?
Yeah.
It just don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, man. I walked away that year. Remember that, Barnes? I kind of took a seat back after we won nationals. I took a seat back. I couldn't take it no more, man. I had to get myself back together, man. So I know that pain. And I mean, we were winning. I don't think we had even lost the show, but just to coach that to be around that crew, I mean, that drained me. So I feel you on that.
And it kind of go back to what you was talking about last week, Coach, with that, that toxic culture. People don't think because you're winning that your culture can't be toxic, and a lot of times when you are winning is when that toxic culture kind of will come in, because once again, you get folks that like for bruh, if a girl is up front, we winning now, and girl up front, and I think I should be up front. But we winning. You all winning. You winning championships, and everybody is playing average minutes or the girl the people y'all putting out there producing, but it's still issues because I ain't play or I didn't get my average. We just won. We just won the district championship, but you only got 6 points and you're averaging 10, and now it's an issue. It's like, and that stuff kind of you almost got to guard against it even more the more successful you become. And you would think that the more successful you become, it should be less of an issue, but it almost is backwards. It becomes more of an issue. So you got to guard against it. Like you say, you never know when somebody talking about somebody else and what the rationale or what the motive is. So it really becomes tougher, I think, the more successful you are, which is sad because the whole point of you doing it is to be successful. So the more successful you are, the more you have to deal with it. It should not be that way, but it definitely is that way.
Yeah.
They don't have to be negative. They don't like what the coach is doing. Yeah, and that's the other aspect that you don't have to stay and essentially put up with it. You can go. And we was talking about this, me and bro was talking about this, I think, where you essentially just like I know back in the day when I used to coach at Jenkins, we was in the district with Ridge and with Haines City. And there was one year I coached at Jenkins, and when we played Haines City, there was this kid that was on it that was pretty decent. And probably a week and a half later, we played Ridge, and the same kid was on the Ridge team. I'm like, well, damn, coach, then we just played him now. He wasn't even on the scout report, but he transferred because he got into it with the coach at school or something like that, and he transferred from Haines City to Ridge within like a week and a half time. So I had to play the kid twice in essentially 2 weeks. It's just because, like we talking about, if you don't like it, you just leave. And there's nothing that you can do about it. So that's also a variable that's crazy because kids can just go, and it's so easy to go now. It makes it a lot harder to deal with.
Especially with the new rules that they as long as they can have transportation, they can play.
So that's another variable that even coach back in the day when you was at Lake Wells and when I was at Jenkins, the only schools that we knew that could do that. And it wasn't no red flag was the Haines City Ridge because, they say one side of the road is Haines City, one side is Ridge. I mean, but it didn't happen a lot, especially not in season. But, now you saw how many kids transferred from last year to now. We was posting transfer kids almost every day at one point for like 3-4 weeks. So it definitely is not. It definitely is, a lot easier for it to happen. But I feel your pain, coach, and it's just like in your situation, y'all so successful. It's just like you almost in the same thing with you two. Y'all so successful. It's like it's bound to happen. Almost like you expect it to happen at this point. You're not even surprised it happened no more. And that's crazy that we done got to the point where we accept it. It's not even like, dang, it's like it's a surprise. It's just like, okay, well, there it is again type deal. So. All right, man. We're gonna switch gears. We're gonna do a couple. Last week we kind of did some predictions, and we're gonna continue with. I guess we call them the beginning of the year. It ain't preseason no more, but beginning of the year predictions. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna call out a category, and then you all can kind of give your take on who your pick is. All right, does that work?
Yeah.
So all right. So first off, player of the year. You got one person that your preseason, it's the season already started, but preseason pick for player of the year for the county overall, not just like district, overall. If you had to pick somebody to start the year, and I'm keeping track of it, writing it down. So we can revisit it later on,
I know mine has changed because Walt hasn't even played yet, so I will go with Timberland.
So I'm asking who you. So you saying Alvin?
Yeah.
Okay. Coach, who you got?
Man, that's tough, man. That's tough right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, because I'm a huge Walt fan. And like you said, he's not even playing right now. And from my understanding, he has a little nagging injury. And if I'm McGriff, I would hold him out until he's healthy also. So if Walt doesn't play enough games where he's able to clearly show himself as the best player in the county, I'm gonna actually go with Jude from Ridge because he's gonna put up consistent numbers on where they're gonna be tough to compete with game in, game out.
Oh wow!
Pick. And I said I was thinking either Jude or with Walt being out, and that's crazy with Walt being out. I actually like Dewberry because Dewberry gonna put up crazy numbers for Bartow with him out. But if I had to just pick one, I would say Jude, especially watching him the other day with how Jude plays and how he handles the ball and distributes and everything. I would say Jude, but Dewberry.
And I love the Alvin pick by Toomer. But the thing is, what I'm seeing from Santa Fe right now, he has his other players stepping up right now. Like the freshman kid stepping up, Johnny Torrance stepping up. He got Trey. So I think in the end, that's gonna kind of put a dent in his production.
Yeah. And that's why I didn't say Alvin because they're more balanced at Santa Fe than people think. I mean, Alvin is kind of like the headliner, but it's not like it's just him. And now
I'm more impressed with Johnny Torrance the time I saw him.
Yeah.
I know
he underrated too.
Yeah, if there was Toomer talk that I was gonna have, it was who impressed me, and Johnny Torrance impressed me, man.
I agree.
And that kid, and that freshman.
And the freshman. Exactly.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? He has a tremendous upside.
Freshman your kid.
Freshman had 6. You say is he a 5 kid?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I just found out that.
He played with the 5 with all those guys. They all freshmen now. He had 6 threes the other night against Jenkins. He had 22. Yeah, so yeah, he got a real high upside. So
just imagine them kids putting up double digits, that's gonna dip into Alvin's production. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is with Alvin in those big games, Alvin has to be big. But as far as the games overall, if those kids are producing like that, that's gonna dip into his production.
What scares me about the Alvin situation though, just watching the Albandale game. And then the game, I saw the stats where they got blew out and he only had 5 points, is he has to guard the best player, right? And that puts him at high risk because they have no bench. They have no chance of resting him or taking him off the best player right now. It looked like, especially if they're down low, if they're big. And it's like he's gonna overwork himself a lot more on the defense end. And I'm afraid he'll get with those 5 fouls. I'm afraid for him, like in a lot of games, that he'll get in foul trouble situation because he's not disciplined. He wasn't disciplined. Watching him against Auburndale, he wasn't disciplined on the defensive end enough to not get a stupid foul.
Right. Reaching
I mean, that's gonna fall on Blicker though. That's gonna fall on Blicker. Blicker gonna have to do a good job of hiding him. You know what I'm saying? So you might not be able to play the man the whole game. You might have to play zone. Or do something to switch it up because he can't go to the bench for long periods of time. He can't.
I just would not. I wouldn't start him playing the best player. I would kind of LeBron James him, and then if it gets crunch time in the end, where I've saved him with fouls like a 4th quarter. Okay, we finna lock if he can defend that way because he couldn't defend that way against Auburndale. You know what I'm saying? It was just quick foul. It's like, dang, he got 3-4 fouls already.
Okay. Well, to segue right into the next one, you all talked about the kid Daniel Thompson from the rookie from Santa Fe, rookie of the year. If you had to call out a kid right now, I don't know if y'all both are sticking with Daniel or y'all got somebody else in mind for rookie of the year.
I like that kid from Winter Haven.
Me too.
Which one? It's a lot of them. They got a couple rookies. Which one?
Salazar. Salazar I like the most right now. If I had to pick one, to be Salazar.
I think all 3 of us got Salazar.
I would be surprised if Salazar ends up being top 10 in the county. It's possible.
It's very possible. It's not nearly as crazy as you think. Yeah, Salazar.
You can be first or second team. I mean,
Salazar has got a high upside, and he already.
Yeah.
He already.
And the thing is, he consistent.
He tough.
But it's some. This is a good freshman class. I will say that.
I have a Tuma take for you, Billy. I had a question with you, man. This freshman class need to be the new team stat. I don't know if you can get to coach them, but we got to put this whole freshman class together and try to build something special with them, man. They need.
I agree with you.
They need to all be playing together, AAU, and that black team could be the one, the start of it.
And the thing is, if COVID didn't hit, we probably we would have had most of them. Would have had most of them on that
Yeah.
team and in the gym if COVID don't hit. But we'll
Yeah.
hit them hard for the travel ball.
You got
But
Wilcox. You
I
got
love that class.
Wilcox. I mean, you got some boys. Listen, the Sesame Kid.
Yeah.
We don't talk about the Sesame Kid. Oh man, is there a better point guard than the Sesame Kid in that freshman class?
I haven't.
I don't think so. I mean, the only other one that maybe is the only one that's probably comparable is DeRozan from Winter Haven.
Hey, listen, man,
he's not a true point guard though. D not a true point guard. D more of an off guard, but D can play the point. So I would say that he's probably the better PG out of that class. But that class is deep. You know what I'm saying?
That class is much deeper. 2023, top to bottom. 2023 got some top kids up top, but then it kind of thin out a little bit. This team kind of front to back is pretty tough. All right, so Rookie of the Year, we all saying Salazar from Auburndale. I mean, from Winter Haven. Sorry, Auburndale, from Winter Haven. You know, they're going to run me down. I get the wrong school. Coach of the Year, preseason.
Coach of the Year, my pick is Wheelan's out of Discovery because he's going to put that team in the playoffs for the first time. They're going to have a winning record. So my Coach of the Year pick is Wheelan's out of Discovery.
We agreeing on everything today? Today they agree there, huh? Because man, hey, Wheatland, yeah, I got Wheatland as well. I
like Weeds too, but I'm going with Eric. I think Eric got a real good shot at making a real deep run.
Hey,
so
man,
I do like Weeds too, though.
If he don't make it to the White House, he ain't did nothing he ain't did before. Pressure on Eric.
Yeah. And Higgins, I know about the Hardy kid. You know, I know about all the Hardy kids. You know, I know about little Serenity. If you talk to her, ask her who taught her how to play defense. We already know about Serenity. Serenity might be the toughest one out of all the Hardy kids. You know, but they don't want to hear that. So I'm going to leave that alone.
All right. So that was quick. So Defensive Player of the Year.
I like Amarion Frazier out of Bartow. Defensive Player of the Year. That's my pick.
I like Jordy.
So we got Amarion for coach. We got Jordy for bro. I like Amarion too. I like Amarion because he can guard multiple positions. They can put him on a post kid. They put him on a guard. I mean, he kind of do it all.
And the reason why I like Amarion.
Go ahead. Did I lose? Go ahead. Hello.
No, I'm still. I mean, that's the reason why I like Amarion too. He guards multiple positions. You know what I'm saying? He's tough. He's gonna be tough all year long. I think he's the best defender in the county.
Yeah, I think Jordy. I think just seeing what Jordy did last year at the end he's a game changer defensively. So
and I don't take nothing away from Jordy. You know what I'm saying? He is a game changer.
Yeah.
But I just like what I've seen from Amarion. Like I said, he can guard 1 through 5.
And that's probably what, that's a big, obviously that's a big thing with Bartow. They got multiple guys that can defend. So, I mean, that put them, because the Dathan kid is a pretty good defender too inside. And, some people saying, I see in the chat box, Taylor again. I mean, if I could think about anybody, Taylor, that would have been my other pick that would have came to mind with Taylor, because he just got a motor and throws on the ball. I don't know if it's a better on the ball defender for 94 feet than Taylor. I could be wrong on that. But I mean, he get out pretty good.
94 feet too.
Huh?
I think Jordy can pick up 94 feet too.
Right. I'm not saying he can. I'm just saying I mean, if I had to compare him out there, Taylor.
Yeah, I like Taylor too, but pick Jordy.
All right. So transfer of the year. Impact transfer of the year.
KJ. No, the other kid, the point guard.
Dewberry,
for me.
I would say Diego.
What?
You know what I'm saying? You talking about transfer of the year? I mean, bro, we not even talking Arbondale going anywhere without that kid right there. You know what I'm saying?
Another game then. I looked at the game I saw. For the year.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Understood. But they go 4-0 this week.
Now we back on the same page.
You know what I'm saying? They go 4-0 this week.
Thank you. I thought it was
I love Dewberry and I want to pick Dewberry. But I think who's gonna have the bigger impact on their team is gonna be Diego. You know what I'm saying? But I love Dewberry, I love KJ. You know, but again, their production gonna be hurt, especially when Walt come back.
My pick would be Alvin for his transfer from Santa Fe. Because once again, with Santa Fe losing everything, we wouldn't be talking about Santa Fe without Alvin, same way we talking about. But that's me. I think that's if I had to pick.
I forgot about Santa Fe that quick. I just totally forgot about Santa Fe that quick. I don't know what I was thinking of.
But I mean, it's cool. It's all. But that's so. Billy D, you got Dewberry. Tuma, you got Diego, and I got.
Whoa! Tuma ain't got Diego.
No. I mean, Tuma got Dewberry. Billy D got
already.
No, I'm trying to. I like Diego, but I wasn't impressed with Diego. So
he a fine fella. He a fine fella, but
I just wasn't impressed with him when I saw him.
And I got Alvin. Okay, so just to recap, and we'll post this so people can see it. Player of the year, preseason pick. Tuma got Alvin. Billy D got Jude. I got Jude. Rookie, make sure we all putting a disclaimer in it. That's because we're saying that Walt is injured right now. So if Walt was playing, it probably would change.
No, we ain't got to put no disclaimer in. I mean,
okay, I just wanted to be.
We ain't got to explain none of no Bartow people.
That's why we need you on the show right there. You can say that kind of stuff. Tuma say we ain't got to say nothing to Bartow people. Joe Black, I see you on here, Frank.
He ain't played the game yet, so we gotta move on from
he ain't in the conversation yet.
Yeah.
So all right. So rookie of the year, all three of us saying Salazar from Winter Haven. Coach of the year, Tuma and Billy D saying Weeds, and I'm saying Eric. Defense player of the year, Tuma saying Amarion. I mean Billy D saying Amarion. Tuma saying Jordy. I'm saying I changed mine. I'm saying Taylor Gant. Transfer of the year.
You hold on, man. Is you hosting the show? Or is your neighbor hosting? Because you just changed. Is you hosting the show? Or is your neighbor hosting?
What I said?
I said you changed, and I'm seeing why your chain got here laughing over there.
Oh,
your neighbor hosting.
Hey, come on, man. We got to stay on topic. Tuma come back, Billy D, and try to throw all stuff off. So transfer of the year: Dewberry, Tuma, Diego, Billy D, and I'm saying Alvin.
Hey, Cam ain't got no gun pointing at you because you didn't say Taylor this. Trying to make sure,
right.
Man.
So
quick, boy.
Moving right along. Moving right along. We going to the all Polk hoops team that we came up with. So we didn't do these last week, so we're doing them this week. So we did a third team, and we'll post these tomorrow. We did a third team, we did a second team, did a first team. All right, so we did 6 players per team because that's just what we do at Polk Hoops. We don't have to do 5 like everybody else. We do 6. So third team in no order. We just got them on here, no alphabetical order. Just this. These are the third team group of kids. We got Donna Gatlin from Lake Wells. We got Tyler Williams from Winter Haven. We got Marcellus Thomas from Kathleen. We got Johnny Torrance from Santa Fe. We got Taylor Gant from Lakeland, and we got Isaac Salazar from Winter Haven. That's the third team. Second team, we got Ro Hardy from Winter Haven, Amarion Frazier from Bartow, Drew Kramer from Lakeland Christian, Davion Champ Smith from Ridge, Parker Sasser from Hardee, Trey Lane from Santa Fe. And first team, got Walt from Bartow, Alvin from Santa Fe, Diego from Arbondale, Jude from Ridge, Dewberry from Bartow, and KJ from Bartow. So that is our first, second, and third team preseason all Polk Hoops team. Any feedback or any thoughts on that, fellas? I know once we put it out there tomorrow, we kind of just ran through them verbally just now, but once we put it out there, I know we'll get some. But just for the sake of right now, any thoughts?
I think it's a solid team, especially with the preseason rankings. It's really, you know, I don't see no glaring where we messed up at or anything like that. I know in the end it's gonna sort itself out. So it may be some changes, from the first to the third team, but that's gonna all come to production and how their team doing as a whole. But I'm good with that list right now in the preseason, how early it is.
And Walt, this is a preseason list, Frat. So he on there because this list was made prior to the season. So when the list was made, nobody had played. So this list ain't like right now. All right, so that's our list. We'll post it tomorrow just for the sake of folks can see it and talk trash or whatever the case they want to do. So next thing, we move into the player of the week from last week. So last week the season started officially, and we came up 3 players that we kind of brought in as nominees for the player of the week based off their performance. We're not saying these were the only 3 guys that had good performances. These are the 3 that we came up with, 3 of us. And we're going to announce them right now, the nominees right now on the show, and then we'll announce the winner right here on the show. So first up is Jude from Ridge. Jude had 30 points against Jenkins. He had 14 against Arbondale, and he had 14 against Lake Gibson. Next is Diego from Arbondale. Diego had 20 and 10 against Sebring. He had 10 and 11 against Ridge, and don't know what he had against Haines City because it never got posted. I know they beat Haines City pretty bad.
Can you say Diego stats again? I want to hear Diego stats again.
20 and 10 Sebring, 10 and 11 Ridge. And I'm not sure what he did against Haines City because it didn't get posted.
But I'm sure he had double.
Yeah, sure. And then Marcellus Thomas from Kathleen's the third one. He had 8 against Haines City. He had 19 on the road against Winter Haven. He had 21 on the road against Jenkins. So those are our 3 nominees for the Polk Hoops Player of the Week for the week of the 30th through the 5th. And we talked about it off the air, and everybody kind of came.
I changed my mind though. I changed my mind. I'm gonna go on live and tell you why I changed my mind. I changed my mind.
Hey, here you go.
My screen.
I see that.
I try to do this stuff off before we get on here.
I'm gonna give my reason why I changed my mind, cause I'm gonna give my reason why I changed.
So I changed my mind. And it's that you change your mind. It's just, but go ahead. I see how we operate with it. But go ahead.
I hear noise in the background on your side, so that's why.
Oh man,
I'm in here by myself,
Yep. Okay, so go ahead. So you go ahead and get your pick. Coach can be his pick. I get my pick. You do it that way. Yeah.
So after looking at I still ain't got the Haines City stats, but my first pick was Marcellus. Because the 8, 20, and 21 is kind of what Billy D talked about, as far as if they're going to be where they need to be at, he has to put up those type of numbers, and he did that, except the first game. So I'm looking at the eight game bothered me, and then they lost to Winter Haven, but he still had 20. All right, and then he came back again in a crucial game against Jenkins. That if he don't score them 20, he loses. But I like Diego's stats because of the fact that they won every game. Like Billy D said, they actually went through and they won every game, and he put up good double numbers. And I'm gonna pick Diego.
Okay.
I listen. I mean, I listen. We go back and forth, and I didn't have time to text that back to you guys, so I wanted to explain it on air.
Okay.
My first pick was Marcellus, but then I looked at the breakdown what we were discussing, and I see I like the winning and the production.
Okay, Coach.
Tuma, you all right?
I'm good, man.
Like,
I'm good.
Cause something gotta be wrong with you. This is not the Tuma I'm normally used to right now.
Listen, man, I be having a million things going on, and you type and text. I gotta evaluate it just like you guys do, instead of me rushing and jumping to. You see what I'm saying? I
Say that
been
Again,
I
all
jumped
three
to it.
kids. Go ahead, Tuma.
I jumped to it just by looking just at the stats, and then when I go back and read our messages to each other, I'm not putting that. I didn't put that in consideration, and I should have.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? Hold on, I had to come back from a jump. Like, man, I'm about to jump off the house onto the trampoline, but the trampoline on the other side of the house. I don't want to do that.
Okay. All right, Coach. Who your pick?
As y'all know, my pick was Diego. Again, he had solid numbers. Like you said, the first couple games was double doubles against solid teams. They were real solid teams. Plus, the deciding factor for me is that Armandale goes 4-0 with him putting up those numbers. You know what I'm saying? And it just shows that he's being consistent. He's rebounding and making that team better. We was all questioning when we seen him, like, how well will Armandale be with their football players? And obviously their football players is making a difference. And with the numbers that he put up and with Armandale going 4-0, that's the reason why I picked Diego.
Okay. And my pick, and Tuma kind of talked about it already. My pick was actually Marcellus. And the reason why my pick was Marcellus was because we talked about it, that in order for them to even be competitive, he was going to have to average at least 16 or something a game. And the first game, I was at the Haines City game, and he was in a lot of foul trouble, so he didn't play as much that game. But I mean, so he had to sit because he got a foul trouble quick. I didn't see the one Haven game. I didn't see the Jenkins game because I know I was over at Ridge. But I mean, he's giving production enough for them. From what I got, they probably had a real good shot. Probably should have won the Haven game and kind of let it slip away from them. And then they were able to beat Jenkins. And going into Jenkins, it's tough to win in Jenkins. It's tough to win in Haven. So for his production based off of what he has, and I think I know he has less to work with right now than Diego does. Not taking anything from Diego, but based off that, I went with Marcellus. But since we do majority rule, player of the week will be Diego from Arvindale for the week of November 30th through December 5th.
Let me ask you something. You just said a question. Santa Fe and Jenkins played at Santa Fe?
Santa Fe and Jenkins played at Jenkins.
You just said it was tough to go to Jenkins.
It's tough to go to Jenkins and win, Coach. That's been.
How bad did Santa Fe win?
They won by 30. But last year, Kathleen went in there and lost by 30. So I mean, you kept Coach. Them people hit 12 threes on them, Coach. If you hit 12 threes in high school basketball, I don't care who you is, it's gonna be hard to win.
No, I'm
just giving you my rationale though. That's my rationale.
I like it.
That's what I'm going with. That was your rationale before you jumped on here and then switched up. So don't act like I'm out here on the boat by myself now. Come on now, Billy D. That's we gonna be like that. Let's go and put it out there. That was your rationale. 10 minutes. But it's all good though. But guys.
Like, hey, I know you're a Red Devil alumni.
Hey, shut up. Not one thing I ain't never been accused of with Polk is being part of the Red Devil. Half them people hate me over there with Kathleen.
Hey, I just had to have a petty moment, man.
Yeah, that was real petty.
Kathleen struggled against Jenkins. So when you said that it sounded good, I'm like, hold on. Didn't this man just tell me Santa Fe beat them by 30?
The man put up 20. The man put up 21, Coach.
Oh yeah,
he got an average, and that's what he did.
But all of us said that he had a good week. Let's not take away from what the Thomas kid did. He had a great week. You know what I'm saying? But when it all come down to it, I think winning is a part of that too.
Right.
And with Arvindale going 4-0, they.
Yeah, that's why I had to win.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal. I'm good with the Diego pick. That was just.
But I wanted to say it online. I didn't want to come back right before we got on and switch it up. I wanted to actually say it online because I'm so impressed with Marcellus. I'm impressed with the 20 and the 21, especially come after the 8-point game, and then you got guys posting Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? They were posting Jimmy. Jimmy buckets. I mean, the height was Jimmy buckets. I'm like, whoa, what Marcellus did. And then I didn't know he was in foul trouble, but for him to bounce back after that first game and go 20-21, I'm impressed. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I jumped. Oh, Marcellus, player of the week. And then when Billy D was saying what he's saying, I'm like, hold on, let me go back and reevaluate what y'all are saying before I just jump. So when I get on here, I can explain to myself, I can explain to you guys why I want to switch it up to Diego. Again, I'm just looking at the winning, like you said, and I'm like, okay, we got to put that in really consideration. But the fact that when I saw Diego, I wasn't impressed with that. But if you guys are moving around seeing that and I haven't been, I got to say, okay, hold on. Kid been putting up double doubles. They've been winning. He's the best player on that team. All right, even though I can say I'm not impressed with him, let me give credit where credit's due. Because if I don't, it's gonna be what? Oh, he hating on. Yeah. You know, I say both ways. I say I'm not impressed with him, but I'm impressed with the stats that he helped his team win to go 4-0. You know what I'm saying? So does that make sense? Because I know I went one way saying he wasn't impressive.
No, it makes sense. And I don't think anybody have any problem with either one of these three guys. They all, like you said, had great weeks, and they all helped the team. I mean, Ridge went 2-1.
Ridge and to go to Ridge and play. If you go to Ridge and beat Ridge, where all of us pick Ridge to beat them.
Yeah, I mean, you had Ridge went 2-1 on the week. Kathleen went 2-1 on the week. Arbondale went 3-0 on the week. So yeah. I mean, all three of them, and we'll list all three of them. But then shout out to, like I said, Diego, player of the week for this week. So team of the week. I mean, it's only really two teams, and I think we talked off the air, but I think we kind of got it. We kind of talked about Arbondale. Arbondale went 3-0 on the week. Discovery went 2-0 on the week. So there would have been the two teams that's up, but I think we kind of. I mean, you all can kind of say you pick just to make it official. But who you all got as team of the week?
I got Arbondale. That was a big win. It's a 3-4 matchup. You know what I'm saying? They go to Ridge and win that game. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give it to them. But like I said, when we watched them, and the team that played against Ridge is two totally different teams. You know what I'm saying? There was players missing, pieces missing. So I'm pretty sure if we would have saw that team, maybe we could have reevaluated on our picks for that particular game. I'm curious to see Arbondale now and how their football players and everybody fit in, because obviously they're better. Not only did they beat Ridge, they went to Sebring and beat Sebring pretty good.
Yeah. I know. I said Arbondale. I was impressed.
Just want to make sure we doing it live. So yeah, and I had Arbondale
because you know me, and I speak this online. After I left that game, I was like, man, I don't even want to go see them play again. What was the hype about? I'm looking at Diego kid. I'm asking, is he out of shape? Is he still hurt? I wanted answers because they just didn't play good, in that game. But then we had that question when the football players come in. How does that help this team? Go on the road, big win at Ridge, go 4-0. Arbondale.
Great
job, Coach T. Great job. And after getting beat. Way to bounce back after getting beat in a tip-off classic that didn't count. Way to bounce back and start the year off right.
And we're going to talk about it here in a minute, but Arbondale got a real big week coming up. But, yeah, shout out to Arbondale for Team of the Week. Shout out to Discovery, too. They brand new, but they picked up a couple when they and Discovery got a big week this week coming up, too. So we're going to kind of segue right into that. So we're going to do some picking this week. Our picks kind of we all had the same pick, essentially, except for the game that we didn't have the same, they didn't play. Hardy and Frostproof, they postponed the game to January 7th. But we all picked Santa Fe. We got that one right. We all picked Bartow. We got that one wrong. Although I think Billy D, me and you had a disclaimer that if Walt didn't play, that we thought the game when we was on the air, we thought the game was at Bartow. We didn't know the neutral site, but we did pick Bartow, so we lost that one. We all picked Winter Haven against Kathleen. We won that one, and so I think all three of us are 3-1 right now. We had the one loss against Bartow. Oh, we all picked Ridge too. We all picked Ridge too. So we 3-2. We all 3-2. So
somebody I was talking to, I'll tell y'all off the air who I was talking to. When I told him we picked Bartow, he said Dr. Phil was going to beat them without Walt.
And the thing is, when we picked it, I'm gonna tell you, bro. When we picked it on the air, first of all, we thought the game was at Bartow. We didn't know it was a neutral site game.
Yeah, that's big house, right?
Huh? It was at the big house.
Yeah.
And we didn't know, and we did say if walked on play, that changed things. But we did pick Bartow, you know. So I saw a couple people say when I posted on Twitter said that they felt like Dr. Phillips was gonna beat. Apparently, Dr. Phillips got a pretty good team. It was a blind pick for me. I'll be honest. I didn't know what Dr. Phillips had. I was just picking off of Bartow, but we did get it wrong. So we 3-2 right now. So all right. So y'all ready? We got a lot of games this week. It's kind of like it's some rivalry games in here this week too. So just gonna call them out to y'all, and y'all kind of give me your thoughts. So first game on Monday, Hardy only played one time last week, but Hardy goes to Discovery. So you got Hardy 1-0, and you got Discovery 2-0. What you think?
Geez.
Yeah, these this week gonna be a little tougher than the ones that we had other times.
I'm gonna go with Discovery.
You got Discovery?
Yeah.
I'm writing it down and then I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it live, but I mean post it on the page. So
I might be shooting myself in the foot. I'm gonna
go like Discovery. Coach, who you like? You want me to go first and come back to you? I see
Go ahead, Coach.
You on your chin, so I
already know I'm gonna get a call. I'm gonna get a call and a text message after I give my pick, but it's all right.
I like and all right, I'm gonna see what's the name. I see you in the chat box, Mr. Sid. We're gonna put yours over there to the side too. So you like Discovery too? I think you kind of a little biased because you got some kids at Discovery. But I'm gonna put you over here. I like Hardy. I like Hardy on the road. And maybe we need to start doing this like a poll, like a thing too, where you can kind of vote on live. I know you can do it on Twitter. I don't know if you can do it on Facebook, but I see Coach Hagan say he likes Discovery too. A lot of people like Discovery. I like Hardy. I like Hardy. I like Parker. I like Tavares. I like the depth that Hardy got. So I'm going to go with Hardy on the road in this one. Coach, who you got?
Coach, I got Hardy also. I think the Parker is a difference maker.
Yeah. Although Marquise Rubin playing pretty good too. He had a good week too, but that'd be a good matchup. Parker against Marquise. I know they like FTL guys, and so. All right.
Yeah.
So Coach got Hardy, Tuma got Discovery, I got Hardy, Mike got Discovery. All right, next game on Tuesday, local rivalry game, Jenkins at Lakeland.
Lakeland.
I'm thinking here at home.
I like Lakeland too, so we all like Lakeland. All right, yeah. So also on Tuesday night, we got to do it because it's a rivalry game. Bartow at Lake Wells.
You even gonna pick that?
It's a rivalry game, Coach. So if we gonna pick the rivalry game, it's a rivalry game. So we got to put it out there. So
Bartow run the clock.
So Bartow by a lot. I'm gonna say Bartow. I know Billy D, I know it's tough for you because you know that's where you put it down at. So if you want to stay, if you want to,
I'm putting my basketball hat on. Nah, let's roll with it. No, man. No, I'm not picking them.
Who you got, Bartow?
Even though Lake Wells had a good week last week.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? They
2-0.
Exactly. They had a good week last week.
Coach Banks got them undefeated right now.
Hey, my Hurricane were undefeated against Clemson. And they walked me to remember that now. Let me take y'all back to that. My Hurricane was undefeated going into Clemson, right? And we saw what happened, right?
Oh man, that's funny.
It sound good.
All right. So also Tuesday night, Hardy once again at Kathleen.
Oh, Hardy playing a lot of road games. I like Kathleen.
I like Kathleen in that one. I think Kathleen gonna give them hell.
If it was Hardy, I probably would change, but I like Kathleen at home. Turn the AC off, Coach. Show. Turn the AC off on me.
That's a tough one for me. I like that's a tough one, but I think I'm gonna take the home team. But it wouldn't surprise me if Hardy win that one. I really want to pick Hardy, but I'm gonna go with Kathleen just because they the home team on that one.
Yeah,
all right.
I agree with you.
Another game, Discovery at Arvindale. Weeds and the two undefeated teams right now. Well, right now they're undefeated. I don't know if they will be there, but Discovery at Arvindale.
Like Arvindale, even though we've got them going in the right direction, I don't think they're ready to beat Arvindale, or one of them top 5 teams just yet.
I like Auburndale.
Like Arvindale.
Yeah.
I like Arvindale too. All right. Wednesday, we got Haines City at Frostproof.
That's a game we got to pick.
I'm gonna go with Frostproof. I'm gonna pick Frostproof.
We don't want to pick nothing but ACC Big Ten Final Four games, bro. We gotta be even across the board. We gotta represent all.
I'm being funny. I'm trying to entertain a little bit.
I know.
Shout out to Ampo though. I like Ampo doing a great job already, man. Got the kids. We won't be laughing next year when we come around. Trust that.
Who you like? Hey, say they are Frostproof.
Frostproof, man.
Yeah, I like Frostproof too. Another Lake Wells at Kathleen. That's a rivalry game. It's a throwback rivalry game, but it's a rivalry game.
I like Kathleen. I think that Kathleen guard play is better, and that's gonna be tough on Lake Wells. They're a lot more seasoned, so I'm going with Kathleen.
Somebody asked me, has I been to any game?
That's Coach John. That's Frostproof head coach.
Nah, that's why I didn't want to pick that game, Coach Jonathan. I haven't seen y'all play, but I'm picking y'all, Coach. Coach,
make sure you know he. All right, so we all like that. All right,
because I hadn't seen Frostproof, but I picked Frostproof to win. Who was the teams we just y'all picked? Who were the two teams? Lake Wells and Kathleen. At Kathleen?
Yeah.
Kathleen. They home. I'm picking Kathleen.
All right. Thursday, we got a couple big ones on Thursday. First one, Bartow at Santa Fe.
Hold on, man. It sound like you read the legend. Now you got a show. What you got talking about?
Oh, Coach Johnson. That's Frostproof head coach. Coach, now I mean,
what is he
talking about, Coach? I mean, he being who he be now. I mean, we gonna talk about everybody. Ain't nobody talking bad about nobody, but you can't be.
Now you got a show. What do you mean? Like I'm on the
podcast? Like you coming for him. I guess he ain't been on here and show how you is, but I mean, I
ain't gonna pick no Frostproof just cause he on the show.
Exactly. We're gonna be who we're gonna be, Coach, and he gonna be who we gonna be. So I mean, I don't know.
He must ain't seen the podcast all summer.
Yeah, he knew, Coach. He knew. You get him.
Oh, okay. Well, I excuse him next year.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about Frostproof for a while.
Yeah, we
the question about what game am I going to, man?
Yeah. Well, you know. So Bartow at Santa Fe. Moving right along. Bartow at Santa Fe. This is the thing. Hold on. Let me pause that. Look, with Polk Coots now, we doing this for the good of the kids. We doing this for the good of the teams. We doing this for the good of the county. Ain't nothing negative about none of this stuff. And so if there's anything that you can't handle with that, then this ain't nothing that you may want to be a part of. But we're gonna be real with what we're saying, and we're gonna be factual, which is why we are what we are. But we ain't gonna, I mean, ain't nobody coming for nobody, no, it's nothing like that. So I don't know how I feel about, but anyway, let me move back to it.
Man, he probably good, man.
At Santa Fe. The game is at Santa Fe. Replay from last year. Santa Fe won the game. I'm off of it, Coach. I'm off of it. I had to jump on it for a minute, get me a little bit of ice cream, and I'm off of it. Bartow at Santa Fe.
That's what I was saying. They ain't finna explain that guy, man. I don't even know.
Coach, I'm sorry, Coach, but what we ain't gonna do, Coach, that ain't what we're gonna do. We don't even operate that way. You know. Coach, he said that we need to pick the game. That's his opinion on it, Coach. If he don't feel like it, that's what we do on here, Coach. Just now, this thing. You don't say that. I know I'm giving it a little energy, but once I get done with the energy, I'll be done with it. We respect our teams, Coach. You must ain't been on here, Coach. So I'm done with it. Nobody in this entire thing is gonna say that we not respecting the kids, or the team. So for you to say that shows that you ain't been a part of what we're doing, and that's fine. You got your opinion, you're entitled to it, but nobody in Polk County, Highlands, or Hardee County will say that Polk Hoops don't respect the kids on no platform, no scenario, no situation whatsoever. So, having said that,
bro, listen, every coach know about Toomer.
Everybody know about Toomer.
We're gonna give him the new pass this week and let his comments just go.
He caught me. He caught me. God ain't through me yet. Walt still played. He injured right now, so Walt won't be playing. Walt won't be playing on Thursday.
Hey,
so does that impact y'all? Vez, it is vanilla.
Fast food gym.
Can you see it? Haagen-Dazs vanilla. Vez, it's real good.
Hey, I'm not going into a fast food gym, man.
Hey,
man, it might not. Hey, you think these guys over here want to kill me?
Hey, but Coach, what we talking about, Coach? Who on here right now that even can come across and say that we ain't about to kill? That's the whole reason why we on here. We the whole reason why half this stuff is even going on. Anyway, Bartow, Santa Fe. Who y'all got? What you got? We got Bartow. We know that Bartow won't have Walt, but they got everybody else. It's still pretty good.
I like Bartow.
You like Bartow? That's said enough.
Yeah.
I like Santa Fe at home. I like Santa Fe.
Like Bartow.
Hey, Billy D.
You like Santa Fe?
Yeah.
Dinner bet.
You already owe. You owe too.
Uh-oh.
What game we? The season just started.
You in the hole.
How?
I know KJ still at Bartow when he was supposed to be back at Kathleen. That was the point.
Oh man.
Tuma,
you did say that one.
Oh. You in the hole, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was something else that we bet.
Man, you went back.
That you owe. But you in the hole though. But we can bet down on that.
Okay, so y'all got a dinner bet. So
yeah, we can bet.
Even without Walt, I like Bartow, and the reason I like Bartow is because I think that Bartow is going to pressure them. I think it's gonna kind of wear down Trey. Not saying he can't handle the pressure, but we know that Trey is the primary ball handler, and Bartow gonna throw a lot of guys, a lot of pressure at him, and I just think it's gonna kind of wear him down. And for that reason, I like Bartow in that one. So I'm not on the bet y'all got, but I like. All right, so the other rivalry and Santa Fe low on the bench. Santa Fe play a lot of people, Coach Higgins, but they guard play. They don't play a lot of guard. So I just think that Trey gonna have to handle the ball a whole lot. Bartow got at least 6 guys that they can throw at him to guard him, and I just think they're going. Bartow gonna pressure him, and I just think they're gonna wear Trey out, wear him down, and that's gonna be the difference. That's my take on it. Arbondale, another rivalry game. Arbondale at Winter Haven. No matter what the record is, this always is one of the games of the year. You got Arbondale, who is undefeated right now. They're going on the road against Winter Haven, the young guys at home. So what's y'all take on that one?
I like Winter Haven at home.
You like Winter Haven for the win at home?
Cause I think they're gonna split. I think they're gonna split this year.
I love Winter Haven, but I'm actually gonna pick Arbondale on the road for another big win.
That's a hell of a game to man. That's a game with hold on. What day that's on? Friday too?
That's on Thursday. Bartow and Santa Fe and Arbor and Haven play the same day. Both of them play Thursday. Neither one of them should have showed some love and moved their game, but they both on the same day. So
yeah, now we're trying to figure out game of the week.
Here talking about people need to move their game. Here, one of y'all show some love, move your game, man. But I like Arbondale too in the close one. But I think that one could go either way because I love Arbondale's depth. Arbondale against Ridge. Arbondale played 10 guys like legit. They got so much. They so big, man. They got so much size, and they with them football guys. Now they got some toughness to them too. Not saying that they ain't.
All right, who was is the Burt's kid playing this year? Or something?
They got 3 kids that came from football. They got the kid that transferred. Burt's not one of them, but they got the kid that transferred from Discovery. They got the kid, the 10th grade kid, the Johnson kid. And there's one more football kid, but those guys give toughness to him. His lineup was different from when we saw him. He got Nash coming off the bench now. He got the Hewitt kid starting. So he got Turner starting. So he's starting Turner and Diego together. Then he started one of the twins. And then the transfer the Rojas kid from Bartow, who do a pretty good job because he can shoot it. So that's who you start. So you're coming off the bench with Nash, the other twin. You're coming out with that Joseph kid. So he got some stuff he working with. So I like Arbondale too. All right. So on Friday night, this is another rivalry game. So we doing out we was gonna pick one rivalry game, and I'm taking it off because I don't feel like us going 10 more minutes in some sidebar stuff. So we'll move on. Ridge at Haines City.
I got Ridge. Drew gonna put in work, even though the freshman kid from Haines City is pretty tough.
That kid is tough. Who did he play with? When he came out there with Kathleen, I had never seen the kid before. You got people here talking about you sleeping on the kid and all this. How are you sleeping on this kid? This is the first time I seen the kid. Ain't nobody play. We ain't played all summer. Ain't nobody seen him. And then he come and he jump out there and he can play. But I ain't know nothing about the kid until he came out there and played against Kathleen. I hadn't heard nothing about the kid. But he can play though. Haven't said that he can go though. So you like Ridge?
I like Ridge.
Coach?
I like Ridge.
I like Ridge too. Even though it's a rivalry game, I like Ridge too. This time next year, I may not like Ridge, but right now I like Ridge.
Is this the last game we picking?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I just took one out we was gonna pick. Hardy at Arbondale.
Arbondale?
That's a district game. And you remember last year, didn't Coach no, that was Ridge that said they beat them. So you like Arbondale at home?
Arbondale to beat Arbondale. Hardy's not gonna go in Arbondale to beat Arbondale.
Okay. I agree. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to move some of these teams. They're gonna have to get quality wins, against quality teams for them teams to move where they want to. So if Hardy really want to make a statement, they're gonna have to go in Arbondale and beat them, but I don't think they can.
All right, and then the Lakeland Challenge is this Saturday. Lakeland got some good games, so I'm gonna call out a couple of the games and just get y'all taken. Then we'll be done picking games.
I think we forgot one game though, bro. That's why I was asking.
What game we forgot?
Did you? Because I saw the kid posted that Victory and McKeel played this week.
Oh, Victor and McKeel play tomorrow.
Yeah,
I missed that. So Victor and McKeel, what y'all think on that one? We'll substitute that one for the one that we was.
I don't know. For me again. That's like the Frostproof Haines City game. It was the Frostproof Haines City that we was trying to pick.
Yeah,
that's like because I don't know anything about Victory yet.
Okay.
So I it's hard for me to pick. Same thing with the Haines City Frostproof. I only picked Frostproof just to throw a name out there because we know Haines City's struggling. But right. I don't know anything about Frostproof yet.
I mean, I've seen McKeel play, but I haven't seen Victory play. McKeel took Tampa Prep to the wire and then they come back and lose against Frostproof. So I don't know, how consistent they can be. But just based off what I saw, I guess I'll pick McKill just because I haven't seen Victory. I don't know what they have.
Yeah, that's a tough one for me.
I'm gonna pick Victory, even though I seen McKill. I think Victory kind of got their guard play. I think right now it's better. It's more experienced. I don't know. It's Sessoms is young and they got a couple. Their kids a little older at Victory, so I'm gonna go with Victory in a close one on that one. And I'm probably wrong.
Well, my hands up. That's the 1-1 for y'all. I'm gonna stay out that one.
All right.
I'm taking my Frostproof pick back too. I don't want to pick neither one of them. Just because that coach was talking trash.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't. The other one I was gonna have us pick, I took that off the board. We ain't gonna even discuss it.
Yeah.
Our biggest problems with my wife, don't discuss them. So we got problems with them. We just ain't even gonna discuss them. So Saturday at Lakeland, they got the Lakeland Challenge. Couple games of interest. You got. I'm just gonna call the schedule out, and it's one that's real eye opening. Lake Gibson at Strawberry Crest. George Jenkins at Vanguard versus Victory versus East Bay, Sebring versus Mainland, Kathleen. These last three of the ones that we're going to look at picking. Kathleen versus Kissimmee Osceola, Arbondale versus Windermere, and Lakeland versus Calvary Christian. Them last three games are almost mosaic worthy.
Hold on, where's Calvary? I'm trying to make sure we got the right team. Calvary Christian team from down south?
I'm sure that's what it is.
It's
the one in St. Pete.
So I'm telling you, these last three games is like mosaic worthy. So you got Kathleen Osceola at 5, you got Arbondale Windermere at 6:30, and you got Lakeland Calvary Christian at 8.
Man,
Did a good job with that schedule, with that lineup.
I hope he ain't playing that team from down south. They supposed to be better.
He ain't on for nobody. And you see, Eric got Windermere, so that's why I say Eric got a big week. Eric got Windermere, the Windermere.
Oh yeah, Eric losing that one. I picked Windermere.
Yeah, I got Windermere in that game.
So you just picking because of Polk County now, Mike. So we ain't gonna look at your pick. And pick Polk County.
If it's a Calvary Christian from down south, I would pick
them. If he ain't playing them, he ain't get running clock.
You know what I'm saying?
So we got all three of the Polk County teams losing them last 3 games.
Who the third game is?
Kathleen played Kissimmee Osceola.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Osceola. We know about Windermere.
I just know they lost their coach. I'll take Kathleen in that one, coach. You know what I'm saying? I'll take Kathleen. I don't know what Osceola has with them losing their coach.
Hey, Mike, I don't know, boy, but if that's that team from down south, he ain't gonna get that sausage put in him.
Yeah. Now it's another Calvary Christian in the Pinellas County area. If it's that one, then I'm picking in.
So it depends on which Calvary Christian it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm praying he ain't set that schedule up this early in the year.
My boy say,
because if that Calvary down south,
my man say he trying to get them points for the playoffs. Strength of schedule.
Yeah, he definitely gonna get them points. He's gonna get them points put on him. I just today. I ain't know that, man. It can't be that down. Them guys.
No, I mean that's what's on the schedule. So I don't know who it is, but that's what's on the that's the schedule. That's who it is. I don't know which Calvary Christian, but it's Calvary Christian.
I ain't no man. I ain't got nothing to do with what he is, man. Oh, okay. He say he ain't no fool. All right, that's St. Pete. Hey, he ain't no jump on me like Frostproof coach did.
Hey, man.
AB is my security now. AB, any game I go to, you got to come with me, cuz.
Yeah, man. My man came straight up.
Hey, you don't care what y'all pick. As long as hey, man, what we...
Yeah, man. So, all right. So, them the picks for the week.
I got Lakeland because he playing the St. Pete Calvary Christian. He ain't playing the down south.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna tell you Lakeland too. Because I'm looking at the one from down south. They only losses is against Mount Vernon. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's the one from St. Pete.
Yeah, if it would have been, I mean, my boy say Calvary Christian from Winter Haven.
So I'll take it.
How many Calvary Christians is it? I mean, we gotta.
I don't know, but that's that. Hey,
I'm
listen,
taking Lakeland.
out if they're in the same classification as the team that put that sausage on Santa Fe, that team. What's that team that won state? What's the team?
Bruh.
St. Andrew.
St. Andrew and Calvin Christian in the same.
What he finna get, bro?
Oh, that sausage put on.
Hey, bro, Jimmy Dean, bro, Jimmy Dean or Roger Wood, bro.
Jimmy Dean, well cooked. Hey, I got them guys down south say that St. Andrew make it out.
No, we ain't talking about what's name though. We ain't talking about Auburndale or Windermere. There ain't no discussion with that. Cause Auburndale got size to play with them now.
So okay, hold on. Let's go back. That team beat Bartow by what?
Windermere?
Yeah, they beat Bartow by 16.
Windermere can shoot the ball, man.
Windermere beat them by like 16, I think.
Okay. They can fly out and shoot the ball.
I got Windermere by 18 over 18 to 20 over Auburndale.
So you saying Auburndale is 2 points better, less than?
No, I'm trying to get. Hey, I'm trying to get Auburndale a lot more credit. If they beat Bartow by 16, Auburndale can stay 18 to 20 with them.
Hey man, y'all can't use sausage. That's Polk hoops patented sausage, grade A sanitation. All that is property patented trademark Polk hoop phraseology.
But, hey, that's a good scheduled game for Eric.
Yeah, Eric got. So I say Eric got a big week, and Eric playing, which probably why Eric ain't playing Winter Haven on Friday because he playing Winterville on Saturday. He need a day in between, so he got Winter Haven on Thursday. 2 days. No. Eric got Winter Haven Thursday. He got Hardy's Friday, and then he got Winterville Saturday.
Oh man! Oh no, Eric was thinking about doing that.
Let's move that.
Unless he changed something up, that's what it say on his schedule.
Hey, let's move that up to 25. Winterville by 25.
Why? Because he's gonna be coming off that third game in 3 days.
Hey, listen, the same height we just gave the player of the week. Congratulations. Now he gonna show us why he the player of the week. Cause they got them guys with that size. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know, but player of the week got to show up. Player of the week can't come in there with 6 points and 4 fouls like he did against Santa Fe. Player of the week got to show up. It's ugly. It get real ugly.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just talking now, you know.
That's what we do. But that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what we do. And folks that know us know that's what we do. We gonna keep it real with you and have a good time. But
our coach don't know nothing about what we got.
Yeah, that way most people and not 100%, not 100%. So we going now with the top 20, the new top 20 from last week. So we're gonna start from 20. Up to 1. We'll do the first 15 to 20 right now. So number 20, they wasn't ranked last week, but they entered into the top 20 this week is Tenor Rock. Tenor Rock picked up 2 wins. They're 2-1 right now. So congrats to Coach Pierce, all the Tenor Rock. Good week this week. Coach Strick. So now you see we got you we got Tenor Rock that made it because you know Billy D, your brother been at us about Tenor Rock. So Tenor Rock number 19. Now I'm at 20. Number 19 is Haines City. And I know Haines City ain't won a game yet.
Yeah, how you put Haines City over Tenor Rock?
Bro, see, this is the thing, everybody. We go talk about this stuff off the air. He get on here and then act like this is the first time he done seen it. We done talked about this, agreed upon it, and now you jump on here and now like how you gonna do? But anyway,
when you called when he disappeared.
We feel like Haines City number 19. 18, another team that jumped into it, wasn't ranked last week, is Vanguard from Lake Wales. Vanguard is 4-0 right now, picked up a win against Sebring on Friday. So they enter into the top 20 as well. 17 is McKeel. McKeel went 1-2 on the week. So they in at 17. And at 16, they dropped. They had a real tough week. Is Jenkins. Jenkins right now is they've lost, but they've lost against some good competition, but they still lost. So 16 is Jenkins, 17 is McKeel, 18 Vanguard, 19 Haines City, 20 Tenor Rock. All right. The next group is 11 through 15. Number 15, Lake Region. Lake Region only played one game last week. They lost to Lake Gibson, so they're 0-1 right now. So they at 15.
Whoa. They lost to Lake Gibson?
Yeah, they lost Lake Gibson. Like 56-52, like a close game. They lost them, yeah.
Yeah, I took a vacation last week for me, man. So I didn't check out the basketball as tough as I needed to.
Yes, it's good. We all good. It's the first week, but yeah, like I say, Jenkins lost, but Jenkins loses some tough. They lose to some good teams, so that's why we dropped them. But we took that into account who they losing to, not just that they losing. Yeah. 14 Lake Gibson. Once again, Lake Gibson. They lost last night. They played Ridge last night, so they're like 1-2 right now. 13 Lake Wales. Lake Wales right now moved up. They were last week. I think they were like 18. They 13 now. They 2-0 right now in the season. So Lake Wales, Coach Banks got them undefeated right now. So hey, shout out to Lake Wales. Coach Banks said they was gonna be better. I think what they won 3 games last year, and after 1 week they already won 2. So they already
Coach Banks already proved me wrong.
The first week. Banks already got two wins in, so shout out to Lake Wales, man. So number 12 at 2-1, Frostproof, and number 11 at 0-1 right now is Lakeland. Lakeland only played 1 game last week. They lost to Sebring, so they dropped because other teams kind of got more games, more wins in. So 11 is Lakeland, 12 is Frostproof, 13 Lake Wales, 14 Lake Gibson, 15 Lake Region. Now we're moving to the top 10. Number 10, Sebring. Sebring right now is at 2-3. Sebring done played more games than anybody. They lost Friday to Vanguard. They lost to Arbondale, and they beat somebody. They went 1-2 on the week. I forgot who they beat, but they 2-3 right now in the season. Number 9 is Discovery. Discovery last week was 12. They moved up 3 spots once again. Coach Weeds got them 2-0 right now. Yeah, so shout out to
my boy hit the top 10.
Yeah, number 8 is Lakeland Christian. Lakeland Christian is 2-1 right now. They won the other night. I think they won. I forgot who they played, but they won by like 6 or 7. So they 2-1. Number 7 moved up from last week. I think they were number 9 last week. Number 7 is Kathleen. Kathleen at 2-1. Kathleen lost to Winter Haven. They beat Haines City and they beat Jenkins. So Kathleen at number 7. Number 6 is Hardy. Hardy played 1 game last week. They were supposed to play on Friday against Frostproof, but the game got postponed to January 7th. So they didn't play. So they played 1 game and they won that game. So they 1-0. So 6 through 10, Hardy at 6, Kathleen at 7, Lakeland Christian at 8, Discovery at 9, Sebring at 10. In the top 5, people gonna probably have something to say, but whatever. Number 5 is Ridge. Ridge is 3-1 right now. They lost to Arbondale, and they won the other 3. Then they beat Lake Gibson. They beat Tenor Rock, and they beat Jenkins. Number 4 is Winter Haven. Winter Haven lost yesterday by 5 to a pretty good Charlotte team at the Southwest versus Florida shootout in Charlotte County. They beat Kathleen, and they that's on 2. So they was 1-1. So they 1-1 on the season. Santa Fe is 3. Santa Fe lost to Masters Academy. They beat Jenkins, and that was on 2 games they played this week. So they went 1-1 on the week. So they 1-2 right now.
They 1-2. Who the other lost?
They lost to Jackson on Saturday.
That was the blowout.
Andrew Jackson.
That was the blowout game.
Yeah, that was a blowout game. So
okay.
They 1-2. They lost to Jackson. They lost. So the 2 games they lost to Jackson out of Jacksonville, and they lost to Masters Academy out of Orlando. Both of them teams are like a real good team, and they beat Jenkins. The number 2 team is Bartow. Bartow lost yesterday to Dr. Phillips. They won the other day, and they're 1-1 right now. They beat Who did they beat the other day? Beat somebody to death. Was it Haines City? They beat somebody by 40. I don't know.
They had 1 o'clock. They Sebring?
They beat somebody. Yeah, Sebring. They beat the brakes off Sebring, so they won at 1. But they lost yesterday, so they dropped to number 2. And the number 1 team, 4-0 in the year, is the Arbondale Bloodhounds, up from number 4 last week. So number 1 is Arbondale, 2 Bartow, 3 Santa Fe, 4 Winter Haven, 5 Ridge. So that's our top 20. We'll post it tomorrow on the page, of course, like we do. All this stuff we're talking about, we'll post it so people can, you can see it. Any thoughts, Coach, on the top 20?
Hey man, Coach, we know you hungry, man. You gonna cut us off?
I had to go. I couldn't hold it no more, bro.
I like the pick. I like the picks. I think it gets interesting each week. We can start looking at some of the guys got some losing records and still kind of high, but it's early. Bartow Santa Fe situation was
no. My bad. My bad, Israel. We made a mistake again. I just called the 20 out and we didn't have Victor in there, and Victor should supposed to be in there. I left Victor off. But you go ahead and keep talking about it. So when we post it tomorrow, Israel, yes, y'all, Victor is in the top 20. I didn't listen just then. I'm sorry. Victor on here at should be number 12. So I apologize for that. But once I post it, we'll correct that. So
well, you scared me there, man.
Yeah, it's tough in here, Coach. It's tough today, Coach. It's tough. You gotta be here ready to box, Coach, because they at you now. Coach Shaw, shout out to Coach Shaw.
Gonna be on your head after this week.
Yeah, I got a big week, Coach Shaw. Big week, big rivalry week for you.
Be on your head, Coach. I don't want you calling the goons out at me like Frostproof about to do.
Yeah, man, my bad on that victory. So shout out to keeping us on our toes. We don't act like we got it all together, but we gonna be out there. We make a mistake.
With the losses with Santa Fe and Bartow, their strength of schedule is so people understand like they probably lost, but their strength of schedule is they're playing the dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Who they losing to? Yeah, who they losing to?
Yeah, like everybody. I think if they're losing to those teams in the county, everybody else will get beat by those teams in the county too.
Yeah.
All right, Shaw. We ready. I see.
Coach, I see you eating, so I'm gonna leave you alone for a minute on that. So
you good. I'm good.
Any thoughts on the top 20?
I mean, Arbondale is deservedly so. They had a great week. They got a big week coming up. You know what I'm saying? They can really make a statement, not only in the county, but in the state if they can come out and beat Windermere. I mean, everybody else, Santa Fe playing a good schedule. The teams that they lost to were pretty good teams. Everybody's falling where they're supposed to for right now. But the great thing is that when it's your time, man, you got to beat somebody that's credible for us to move you. If you hadn't played anybody, it's going to be tough for us to move you. And, I understand that coaches come in, they want to fight for their team, fight for their kids. Totally understand that. But you got to have statement wins on your schedule for you to get the respect that you want from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Until you get those statement wins, you're going to have to be happy with where you're at. If you're not happy, then you need to do something about it.
Do something about it, Coach. Because one thing we're going to do it. And the thing is, between the three of us, we're going to all see these games. We're going to see these kids. And that's one thing that we do to make sure that we ain't just coming off. And one just like about bruh. Bruh not going to come off sideways and talk on something he don't know about. So if he ain't seen you, he ain't gonna talk about you. But you can believe that either if he ain't seen you, either I have or Billy D has. So when we talking as a group. So I mean that's why I think that we can talk like we have, because we ain't just coming off sideways. We going off stuff that we seen and stuff that we know. We done talk to people. We done watch video. We done watch film. All of us done coached. All of us done played. We know the game. We know what we're talking about. So, I mean, you don't want to put it out there like you got to put a resume out there, but sometimes you got to let folks.
Yeah, that's kind of what got me. Like, I don't have to go to every game. I mean, it's so many high school teams, so I'm not going to go to every game. But, like, it seemed like I was getting challenged to, like.
Exactly, bro. And that's what we talk about. I just saw something. And the thing is, we represent all of Polk County, bro. Last year, we ranked Jordan Christian Prep. So we don't care nothing about what district you in. Last year we talking about Discovery. Discovery wasn't even in the district last year. They in one now. So I mean the product, you don't want to get into all that, but the product speaks for itself, man. Everybody.
Hey, when you get talked about, you want me to talk about you better be putting up some numbers and competing. Like Billy D said, you got to compete against somebody. I ain't finna talk about you just because you beat the elementary school 3 times.
Oh, I just got a text from one of Kathleen coaches. He probably don't want me to say his name, but I know Coach Shaw on here. But Kathleen got a big game on Friday too. For them, a district game. They play Plant City, so they got Plant City on Friday, and then they got Osceola on Saturday. So they got a big doubleheader too, back to back also. And so the Kathleen folks just want to make sure that we
talking Plant City, man. Like, is Plant City good this year?
I think Plant City supposed to be like, I don't know. From what they got a lot coming back from last year. So they
thinking. We think, man. That's why we ain't mention that game. Shaw he would have said something. Plant City ain't ready. We ain't talking about Plant City.
But we know that district is wide open though.
Y'all lose that game, boy.
That district is wide open. I think at least 4 of them teams, that district go. I only think for sure Strawberry Chris ain't got a shot in that district. I think the other 5 teams could legitimately win that district. So I mean, for them, it's a big game. And Plant City got some players. They got a couple of kids that can play. So I mean, they ain't like they just sanitation.
I ain't say they was sanitation, but
right.
Yeah,
they didn't make the talk. Everybody can't. We can't talk about every game. That's what you're saying. So they got.
Yeah.
I got you. I feel you on that.
ESPN ain't finna show no FAMU versus Embry-Riddle.
They only gonna show North Dakota State versus Kansas if Kansas lose, but if they win, they ain't got nothing to say. Monty said they got 2. He said they big. He got would be better than any big in Polk County. Is that what you're saying? So the big kid they got to Plant City better than any big kid in Polk County.
Come on, Monty, you tripping, man?
I don't know about that one.
Monty.
I mean, I ain't seen the kids, so I can't speak on that. But I seen the Polk County bigs, and maybe I'm biased on that one. Maybe I'm biased on that one, and I'll take that one. But I know Plant City got some kids that can play. I know they got a couple athletes over there, so should be a good one. So that's a big statement, though, Monty, to say that he'd be better than anybody in the big in Polk County. That's a big statement because it's some decent bigs in Polk County this year, better than in years past. So, all right. So, I guess we done. Did we hit on everything that we supposed to hit on?
Yeah, I ain't have a tumor take this week. Because I've been out the loop. I want to apologize to everybody that wasn't here last week, man. Brother was kind of tired. Apologize to my 2 guys right there, but hey.
Hey, man. You was back in time this week to get you got that heat this week. Last week it was kind of slow motion last week, but you got that heat this week, so you was back in time for it.
Hey, listen, I'm glad we didn't have this show yesterday, because boy, it's been another day. It's been another rough one, man. I'm playing catch up.
Hey, man, Coach say chill, man. Coach Broke say chill to me. Talking down about Plant City, man.
You're not talking about no Plant City. Conversation.
If you want to talk about Plant City, lose, then you have a conversation.
You gonna get some conversation, you lose the Plant City. I'm gonna give you the conversation you want.
Oh, Monty saying that the kid from Polk County, he just in Plant City. So okay, we may give him a little more credit if he's from Polk County, and we clearly biased.
Hey,
we clearly biased.
Definitely lose to him. We taking them out the top 20.
They drop it from 7 to out to 20.
Out to 20.
Jeez, one loss and it's a wrap. We out y'all.
Monty hyping them up too. Monty hyping up Plant.
So yeah, Shaw said, yeah, he got to get it too, Shaw. He be coming for everybody. Old Coach K.
I don't mind getting it. I don't mind. that sounded like it was a little personal, like because I was like, what we talking about? I don't mind getting it, Shaw. You know that.
All right. So, man, I got one more topic and y'all, then we be done. So we done been to a couple games, all of us, and we see how the new COVID stuff is going. You got some games where they not throwing the jump ball up. I got two questions actually, and then you got what they not,
I got something I don't like about it too, about the games, but I want to hear your question first.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm just it's just like what's your thoughts? Like you're not they're not shaking hands at the end of the game type stuff. So what's your thoughts on the early season like COVID? And then I got another question after you ask you. I got one more question to end up that I know.
Hey, with the shaking hands situation, that's so crazy to me. All right, it doesn't make sense because you're touching the same basketball for 32 minutes. So shaking hands and you touching the same basketball.
It's like what's the point? Like what are you really doing?
Like let's show the sportsmanship. If you're gonna go all the way in and play in the game,
even if you go through and fist bump,
elbow
tap or something. But I get it. They don't want you in proximity. You ain't got the mask on, so I get all that. I just think some of it is kind of like
they touching the same basketball. The guys are doing this to their shirts and they doing all this, and they come back and touching the basketball. Like, come on.
What we talking about?
What we talking about? Just me. All right. Maybe I'm sounding crazy, but I'm like, okay, you gonna take away the sportsmanship for that reason when they touching the same ball the whole time? Don't make sense.
Understood, but they're just doing what they can to say that they got precautions in place.
That ain't precaution, coach.
I understand. I'm just saying that they just doing, as far as the jump ball thing goes, because y'all know our refs, that's actually the choice of the coaches. We asked them that, what they want to do before the game. So if they want to jump ball, we jump ball. If they don't, we go alternate possession. The visiting team get it. So it's not the choice of the ref or that they're forced to do it. It's actually up to the coaches.
Well, Coach, to transition right into what you just said, what are y'all thoughts? I know y'all have heard it. Coach Billy D, you've experienced it because you are official and you're a coach. But what are you all thoughts so far on the decision to go to 2-man crews this year as opposed to 3-man crews?
That is crazy.
I hate it. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, man. That ain't even fair to the two refs.
And we got Coach John Akins on, who is the official. He's like the bookie. He's like one of the head guys for the official association. So what's y'all take on it? And Mr. Akins, it's been every gym I've been in, and I've been in plenty since the season has started. That's the conversation that's been in the stands. That's the conversation been with the coaches. So we just gonna what's y'all thoughts on it? We just gonna talk about it.
What is the reason for the two refs? They don't got the money to pay the third ref?
I mean, I don't know. I've gotten a couple different things. I know Coach Billy D, you are an official, so maybe you got more insight on it. I don't know if it's a thing where that was a decision made by the association. Because I mean, you can get it from what I understand. I don't want to misspeak. So any coach or official that's watching this, I'm not speaking like I know, but they decide to go to 2 officials, but you can get a third official, but I think you got to pay for the third official. It's like you got to pay extra. So you can have 3 if you choose to pay the extra. So Mr. John is official. So he one of the head guy. He said that Dan, who I'm assuming is Talbot, the AD for the county, requested that they only pay for 2 officials for the county. That's the kind of decision it sounds like.
So the host team doesn't pay for refs. That money comes from the county.
Yes.
Okay, so that's in the host teams should pay for that ref.
I'm not gonna lie.
So the 2 officials are not being paid for by the school. So the school would only be paying for 1 official. Then is that? Am I understanding that's different? I didn't get it that way. That's not how I understood it. That's not how it was told to me. Let me say it that way.
Yeah, and my thing is when I coach, I talk to McGriff a lot, and the thing is we pay for 3 refs for all our home games. That's the only thing we got control of. All our home games, I wanted 3 refs. I want to be prepared for when I jump into the playoffs. That's the kind of game that we're going to see. And to be honest, like Tuma said, to have two refs, bro, you can't see everything. It's so difficult to see everything. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to get the angles that you need. With three, you'll get a better game call. But having two refs don't prepare you for the playoffs. So you're going to get a whole nother game call.
So in the playoffs, is it going to be three refs in the playoffs?
Yes. It's going to be
regardless. So right now you playing two with regular season, but it's going to be three in the playoffs. So like you said, right now you're not getting a true representation there, right?
No, you're not. And also, it's actually a lot of people. There's a shortage too. It's a lot of people not reffing because of COVID. They don't want to be exposed of COVID. So that's another thing that you're dealing with right now also.
Bro, post that, kind of highlight that what John just said so everybody can kind of see it. Each home team pays for two officials, only taken out of the school's budget, but Dan says it's only going to be two. If they want to do a third, they have to pay for the extra.
So the school's paying for it. The home team pays for the officials, but they only gonna pay for two. The third, it don't even make sense. And they got the money to pay for a third official.
So it becomes on that individual school if you want to get that third official. And all the games I've been to, it's only been two refs. So the way I got it was that was decided, and that's just kind of how it was. Like they was paying for all three of the refs. They only would be paying for one ref. And if that's the case, then that's like you say, Billy D, you almost gotta get that third ref if you want to, especially if you're gonna have three in the playoffs. You want to get as much type of representation of how the playoffs gonna look. So in district, John, is it gonna be three officials in the district too, or it's gonna be two? It's only gonna be three when you actually go to the state, not district. Or district considered the playoffs, so it'll be three for that too.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
And then who pays for that? Because I know some districts, the home team is. Some people do like a one central district, and some people do like like the highest seeded team get the home game.
Hey, I tell you what. Each home team that better start selling Takis. Get that third official.
Polk County guys, all the other counties are doing three. So Polk County, the only ones that's doing two officials. Everybody else doing three officials.
Each Polk County home team need to start selling top hen. We better see three officials sell you some Takis, cuz.
That's crazy though. If everybody else is doing three and we only doing two, we behind. We hustling backwards.
They better start selling them Takis.
Are we hustling backwards, Coach Billy D? Because you on both sides as a coach and a ref. Are we hustling backwards by doing two and everybody's doing three, and it's going to be three in the playoffs?
I think so, Coach. Man, like I say, you got to prepare your team for what they're going to see in the playoffs. Like for instance, like I wasn't a part of the planning, but I was disappointed when we had the shootout in Winter Haven with the girls. Well, you had the number one team in the nation there, and they had two refs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I was a part of the communication beforehand. Like, you need three refs at events like that. I hope Hen has three refs at the event that he's having this weekend. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know the logistics on that.
Well, I talked to Hen about this weekend, and I'm like, so I don't know what he's going to decide to do. But I was like, Coach, if you want your event to, be legitimate and to have the same quality of teams to come back, you got to have three officials because these teams got to have a good experience. If they have a bad, some teams that they get a bad experience with officials and they just won't come back. So hopefully, what John said he did, so good for him. That I was like, yeah, Coach, you gotta bite the bullet and get you three officials for your events when you got other people coming in, out of county people. Two things you gotta have when you having them shootouts. You gotta have good officiating and you gotta have a good hospitality room. If you got both of them things, you got a chance for people to come back to your stuff. If you don't, you got a good chance for people to come to your stuff for 1 year. And then you never see him again. So I'm glad to know he'll have three officials at least for his stuff on Saturday.
But you know what? But you know what, Barnes? They might not let them have a hospitality room. I know they told us no.
COVID stuff.
Yeah, they told us no. So I wouldn't be surprised if Hen is not able to have one.
And Coach Helms is in Hardee County. So in Hardee County, they doing too. But does Lake Region Official Association do Hardee County, John? I know y'all do Highlands County. Do y'all do Hardee County too? So that would be the same type deal. Because I know the Lake Region officials, they do multiple counties. I know they do Highlands County, and I know they do Polk County. So I just want to ask y'all that because I've been to a couple games and I've heard a lot of complaints. You know, a lot of people saying, okay, so it's different officials. I've heard, you know, different people saying stuff about the official. They can't see this, they can't see that, and it's going to be. But I didn't know the logistics of the fact that you could just, okay, Gulf Coast. I don't know if they allow you to. Now, if they tell you that you can't pay for the third ref, that's one thing. But if you got the ability to pay for the official, I just think, like you're saying, that you gotta do that just to ensure that you got the game how you want it to happen. At least at home, like you say, Coach, you can't control what the other team do. The other team don't do two officials. You just got to deal with it. But at least your home games, you can control that as much as possible. I just think that's something that you got to do, regardless. Especially if you know for a fact it's going to be three officials in the playoffs. And everybody right now is playing for the playoffs, so you got to put yourself in the best possible situation. So, and Ms. Carl, I understand. Again, that's what the people that I've talked to and that's talked to me, they've said is, you know, it's a money thing. So I get it. If you don't have the money to pay for them, you don't have the money to pay for them. I get it.
How much y'all get paid, Billy D, a game?
I ain't finna discuss that on the air.
Y'all don't make no more than $60 to $75, man. Y'all ain't getting paid no $200 worth no basketball.
No, definitely not that much. But
like $60 to $70, man.
Well, I mean,
but even with that being said, though, you know,
that station or something, bro, they can make that money, dog. That's money, bro.
It came out of my budget, though. You know what I'm saying? It's the money that I had in my account, so it wasn't like it was coming from the school. For that third official, it was coming out of my account. And I made sure that we had three officials, period, because it was important that we had three officials. So that third one came out of the basketball account that we raised money for.
You see how bad sports is and basketball is being treated in Polk County? Did they cut the referees for football?
So is that the thing? This is the thing. I know I heard that the cost went up. So this is the thing. If the money has to come out of your personal account, not like your internal account. Some teams have plenty of money in their account, some don't. And so if you just don't have no money in that account, like you done went and paid for uniforms and got shoes, or you done did all the stuff, you know, the other stuff that comes with the team. I understand. I mean, I'm on both sides. I understand that you got to go out there and raise money, and it's not always easy to raise money. So if you don't have the money, you don't have the money. So you figure if you got 10 home games, and it's just say $60. I'm just throwing a round number out there. $60 for an official 10 home game. That's $600, and you just may not have it. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for teams and their budgets, but I just would think that you gotta. But I mean, you lose Coach Handler, you lose $30,000. I understand that. That become, you know, that's your main money maker, and you can't do it. That becomes it, and that might be the thing this year too, that people couldn't raise money like they normally do because of COVID. They couldn't do the events. Stuff was getting canceled, so that makes a big difference.
Who gets the gate money, Billy? Do you like the basketball program or the athletics? Period.
Say that again, Tuma.
Who gets the gate money? Is it the basketball program for that night or the athletics?
It depends on the school. Some schools like programs have their gate. When I was at Lake Wells, we didn't get our gate. It went to the general account for sports. So, you know, and that. You know, we had a couple crowds and whatever. I mean, basically, us and football are the only ones that made money, but we had to pay for everybody else as far as that goes. So It just depends on the school. At Lake Wells, we didn't get our gate. But tough. I do know some schools get their gate. I think McGriff get his gate. You know what I'm saying? So
that's tough, man.
I know we usually have to split the gate at Jenkins, so I know that sometimes, it's, like you said, it's up to that individual school where they let you have it, or they make you split it with other people. So, but it was just on my mind. I know, like I said, I've been to some games that's been a hot topic, so I wanted to run it by you guys. So, all right, guys, we had a full show in, man. We got a lot of games this week. We got a lot. I'm gonna post all this stuff tomorrow on the page, so we'll you know. I'm sure we'll get some more feedback from people once they see it. You know, we'll be trash on some of the leagues and some of the stuff we put up, but we used to it. So we'll be out to a few games this week, man. And guys, y'all got anything else before we jump off here?
No, man. I'm excited about this week. I definitely
it's some big games this week, man. Some statement wins. Hopefully, Coach Broken, Coach Shaw, Coach Tuma say y'all lose, y'all out the top 20. So Big week for y'all. Coach Eric got a real big week ahead of him. So some rivalry games this week. Auburn, it's going to be some good stuff. So hopefully everybody is safe, everybody healthy. And we'll be in some gyms. We'll be in some gyms to check out some stuff, and we'll keep plugging. And appreciate y'all rocking with us this evening, man. We about to jump off. Y'all have a good work week, man. Wherever that work looks like, and we'll do it again next Sunday. Everybody.
Hey, good luck to all the teams this week. You know, only gonna be one winner each game, but good luck to all the teams. Continue to stay healthy as you practice and you play. Be smart about how you do everything, man. And let's try to make it through this final stretch of the year. And hopefully things start going in our direction.
It's tough. It's tough out here. AB. It's tough in these streets, man. All we doing, man, is trying to do things. We trying to do a service, man, and it's just coming for us. But it's all good, man. We gonna do it with a smile. We gonna keep laughing, having a good time, and keep on, doing these kids and having and making sure that y'all get what you deserve. We're gonna make sure Polk County, and then we're gonna consider Hardy, they Polk County and Sebring too. We're gonna make sure everybody get what they've been deserving for years, and everybody. Most people gonna like it. Some people ain't. You can't please everybody. You die trying. All we can do is be consistent, be fair, and be authentic, and that's what we try to do and keep it real. All right, so y'all be safe, man. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Coach. Appreciate you, PG. We'll catch up, man. Everybody, thank y'all for rocking with us. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all be safe. Polk Hoops out.
All right.
All right. Cool.